Monday Nitro. And we have a lot to get through tonight as the NWO, that's the New World Order, and they have got big problems. As Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, have left the black and white for the black and red. Hi, I'm Tony Schiavone, and it's deafening in here tonight. Well, where do I start? So the tension has been building between Savage and Hollywood Hogan to the point where Savage, Hall, and Nash have started their own NWO, the Wolfpack. And I'm just waiting on Bobby Heenan to see what the brain has to say about this. I'm sure he will. Say his name and he shall appear.
Well, Hogan, your NWO will never be the same again. They're dropping like flies, Schiavone. I've spoken to Savage and Conan, and they are NWO Wolfpack. But no one in the back is worried about the NWO. That's a fact.
But yeah, this is split the NWO right down the middle. We will see whose loyalty lies with the black and white, and we will see who follows the black and red. Speaking about the NWO, that's their music, and it's Hollywood Hogan and the Disciple. I can't see any other black and white members, and this all stems from the Macho Man and Hogan having words. And Macho Man asking Hogan for a title shot for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Beyond that, when Hogan told Savage, as long as the World Heavyweight Championship stays in the NWO, that's all that matters, but he still told Savage no to a title shot. So what he's really saying, this title stays with Hollywood Hogan no matter what.
Nash had the same problem when he was told to drop the belt to Hollywood Hogan after the Outsiders became WCW Tag Team Champion.
Yes, and Big Kevin Nash dropped it to Hogan, and that's the only reason he's World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. The NWO, it's for life, Jack. So you can't just split and run when you can't get your own way, brother. And Savage, you had your chance and you blew it to Ric Flair, brother. And Nash had to finish the job and bring the belt back to the NWO, brother. So hit the road, Jack. And just so you know, the black and white don't want you back, brother. And as for Nash and Hall, I take it as this is war, brother. So just to let you all know, the Disciple here is going to find out who's loyal and who's not, brother. And then we will deal with you.
Welcome back, and we have our first bout of the night. And the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
And Chris Jericho has been trying his best to get in Dean Malenko's head for weeks now. We will find out soon if he's succeeded or not.
Yeah, Dean Malenko is known as the man of 1,000 holds, and then you have Jericho running his mouth every week telling everyone he's the man of 1,001 holds, and he will show Malenko here tonight.
And Malenko looks furious, and it looks like Jericho has got to the champ, so I guess that answers my question. Well, one question that will get answered tonight. Who's the better wrestler? Will it be Chris Jericho, or will Dean Malenko finally shut Jericho up for good?
Chris Jericho, why don't you get your ass down here so I can shut that mouth of yours?
Well, Heenan, you was right. Dean Malenko is furious with Chris Jericho.
I told you, and I just hope it doesn't affect his ring performance here tonight, because we will never hear the end of it if Jericho wins and claims the WCW World Lightweight Championship.
Yes, we would never hear the end of it, but here he comes, and he is annoying and he is irritating, but he is also super talented, and that is Chris Jericho.
You forgot to mention very confident and a massive ego, but Malenko's got to be at his best here tonight if he wants to retain the WCW Lightweight Championship. Or it will be Jericho going home with the gold here tonight.
And I know Jericho, he would do anything to capture the lightweight title, even if that means breaking the rules.
Yeah, he'll do anything to get the job done.
And that's what it's all about. The WCW Light Heavyweight Championship and the attention the Lightweight Championship is getting as of late is quite remarkable, with the likes of Chavo Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, and Ultimo Dragon, all in the race for a shot at Dean Malenko's championship.
And the list goes on, Tony. But Malenko needs to get through tonight first, because Chris Jericho is a real threat and could end his title reign here tonight.
I agree, Heenan, and there will be a few superstars in the back keeping their eye on the outcome of this one.
Yeah, and the LWO being one of them with Psychosis and Juventud Guerrera, hoping to get a shot at the winner of this one.
And Jericho just waiting on the top rope, waiting for Malenko to get back on his feet, and Malenko catches him, and what a power slam from Malenko.
I gotta say, he read that perfectly. It's just a shame he didn't read that one so well.
And this has started just as we thought it would. It's been fast-paced and quite difficult when trying to break each other down. Malenko trying to get Jericho to his feet, and Jericho with the reversal taking out Malenko's knee.
And look at the disrespect been shown by Jericho here. He has no respect for this man, no respect at all.
And that just shows the arrogance of Jericho, it really does. And he really wants to be careful disrespecting Malenko here, as it might come back to haunt him.
Yeah, you can't underestimate Malenko. The technique this man had. Just look at that full Nelson suplex from Malenko. I'm telling you now, if he had a better physique, I could take Malenko to the top. That's why they call me the Brain.
So what you're saying is, Dean Malenko is good enough to have made it into the Heenan family.
He's got the technique to become a Heenan guy. That's what I'm saying.
Bobby Heenan, I don't know what's bigger, Chris Jericho's ego or your head.
Listen, how many world champions have you managed, Schiavone? Oh, that's right, none. You wouldn't last 2 seconds walking in my shoes.
And Malenko off the top rope, and that's a nice high cross body for Malenko, and he goes for the cover. Only a 2 count for Malenko, and was you impressed with that high cross body, Brain?
I've been very impressed with Malenko so far. If I could take him under my wing, he would soon be world heavyweight champion. And I'd do it in 3 weeks. In fact, I'd do it in 2.
I don't doubt that Bobby Heenan, and that's a lovely springboard leg drop from Malenko. And he goes for another cover 1, 2, and Chris Jericho kicks out again. And Malenko has got to be thinking about finishing Jericho off. And what's he going to do here?
He's looking to stretch Jericho out with a ceiling hold submission. And your body's just not meant to bend like that.
But Jericho's trying to escape here. And he's out. That was impressive by Jericho. But Malenko sends him flying with that kick. And his running at Jericho and is up. And that a Hurricane Rana from the champ.
Everything Malenko has done tonight has been nearly perfect. Not like you know about perfection, Mr. Schiavone. And this could be a perfect finish as he has him in the Texas Cloverleaf.
Yeah, and Malenko has put many away with the Cloverleaf. It looks like he's going to retain the WCW Lightweight Championship here, but Jericho just will not give up.
And Malenko releases the hold, and he just might regret not finishing Jericho off.
I agree, Heat, and I'm surprised he released the Cloverleaf early. And Jericho trying to get back in this, and Jericho's Lionsault from the top rope, and this could be the opening Jericho needed to get on top here.
And Jericho's doing it again, showing no respect to Dean Malenko.
And a lovely drop kick from Jericho, and there's another one, and Jericho getting his second wind here. And he finishes with a crossbody, and that was classic Jericho, and he's looking to finish off Malenko.
Yeah, he's shouting for Malenko to get to his feet, and we all thought this might happen, Schiavone. He's looking to land a Lionsault.
And he misses the Lionsault, and Malenko did well to get out of the way of that one. And a club to the back of Jericho. But Jericho fighting back with a kick to the gut, and he's looking to roll him up. And both shoulders are on the mat. One, and Malenko kicks out.
And Jericho trash talking to Malenko. And a big right hand, and that's got Jericho's attention.
And this has turned into a slugfest here, and both Malenko and Jericho giving everything in these blows.
Yeah, they're hitting each other with everything but the kitchen sink. The question is, who's going to come out on top?
And neither one looks like they're ready to quit. And they continue to trade blows.
And look at Malenko telling Jericho, is that all you got?
There's no way they can keep this up for much longer. Someone has to give up.
I can't see either one quitting. They hate each other too much.
And there's the hater being shown by both. And Malenko gets the final blow. And Jericho rocked here. He's going for a double underhook. It's a power bomb. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And that's a good win for Malenko, and he retains the light heavyweight championship. And as you can see in the replay, Malenko gets the better of Jericho and he hooks the arms. then hits Jericho with a power bomb and gets a well-fought victory over Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and hopefully that win shuts Jericho up. I doubt it, but you never know. But take nothing away from Dean Malenko here tonight. At times, he was excellent and defended against a very difficult Chris Jericho.
So still your WCW Light Heavyweight Champion, Dean Malenko.
My earliest memories was nothing more than sadness, pain, and anger. And as I got older, nothing has changed, but here in the WCW, I see people get handed opportunity after opportunity, and it makes me sick. Me and my flock have to inflict so much pain to get what we deserve here in the WCW. But there is someone who gets handed everything. And I'm talking about you Diamond Dollars Page. You get handed the WCW United States Championship, and it was just handed to you like everything else in your life. And I have to ask myself, what about me? What about Raven? Where are Raven's opportunities? So I'm coming for what's rightfully mine. Quote the Raven nevermore.
Bobby Heenan, what the hell is Raven talking about? That DDP was handed the U.S. Championship. Well, talking of DDP, he's up next and he's facing the Disco Inferno.
Well, I've got to say I'm looking forward to this one with everything that's going on with Raven and his flock. Anything could happen here tonight.
Yeah, some of Raven's comments as of late have been really disturbing. And like you said, Brain with the flock popping up and attacking at will. Anything could happen in this one. And just to remind everyone, the WCW United States Championship is not on the line tonight, but it wouldn't surprise me if Raven showed up tonight.
Yeah, Raven's hell-bent on claiming the U.S. Championship. And with the flock, he just might do it.
But take nothing away from his opponent here tonight. The Disco Inferno is not going to be light work for the U.S. Champion. And a win over the champion could just open that door to a shot for the United States Championship. And Heenan, you should take a look at the Disco Inferno. He's definitely got the moves.
Well, you won't be seeing my move, Schiavone. And I definitely don't want to see your move. And I'm 100% sure I don't want to see this disco freak shaking his waist, shaking it all over the place. I hope DDP makes this disco's last dance. Well, I'm just going to put it out there. If DDP fails to beat this dancing idiot, I'll retire. I'll gladly walk away from the wrestling business.
That's a very bold statement, Heenan. And the Disco's going to be no pushover here. And that was unlike the Disco taking full advantage of the handshake with a boot to DDP.
Yeah, and I like how the Disco Inferno has started here. That's what you have to do against DDP. Cut the ring off and ground and pound.
DDP fighting back, but a big elbow from Disco, and they lock horns again in a test of strength, and Disco gets the better of DDP, pushing him into the corner.
And the referee's going to have to try and separate them. And a cheap shot from the Disco Inferno, followed by a clothesline. But the Disco has really put it on the United States champion Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, and he's just busted the champ wide open, and that's a nasty cut on the head of DDP. And the champ completely misses on that occasion. But the Disco was ready, and a atomic drop, and the champ feeling that one, I bet.
And he's just picking apart Diamond Dallas Page, not giving him any time, no time at all. And he's straight back on him, wearing him down. And that just took the champ straight off his feet.
Yeah, and the champ struggled so far, and it's been all Disco up to now. And Diamond Dallas Page is fighting back with everything he has here. And he's going for a gut-wrench suplex. And the Disco escapes in a forearm to the back. And he sends DDP into the ropes, and Disco hits the deck, and DDP gets hit with a power slam.
I'm just in shock, Schiavone, and I know before I said I'd quit the wrestling business if Diamond Dallas Page loses here tonight, because what I've seen so far, I'm not convinced. That's more like it, and I can relax now. DDP's got this in the bag.
Yeah, and he lands the Diamond Clash, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2, and the Disco kicks out.
Diamond Dallas Page is now stepping it up a gear, and it's about time, too.
Yeah, he's definitely out of second gear now. And that's a perfectly timed crossbody over the top rope.
But the Disco Inferno just won't quit.
Yeah, Brainy showing a lot of heart. And I did say this would be no walk in the park for the United States champion. And he's got him up off the rope and a back body drop. And the champ's all fired up. He could be looking for a diamond cutter here.
He's about to hit the diamond cutter Schiavone.
But wait a minute, and the Disco's got other plans here. And he sends him up and another atomic drop. And he hits the chart buster, and this could be all over here. And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, and I can't believe it, he's kicked out. And look at the Disco Inferno, he can't believe he kicked out.
I've never been so relieved to see Diamond Dallas Page kick out of a pin. I honestly thought, Schiavone, that I'd have to stick to my word and walk away from the wrestling business. My life as I know it flashed before my eyes.
And the champ is like a freight train and a running clothesline. And the champ's sizing him up here. And a double axe handle to the back, and DDP's is taking full control here now.
Yeah, and he's just laying into the Disco Inferno, and he's heading to the second rope. And a big splash from the United States champion Diamond Dallas Page.
And he's trying to slow Disco down with a submission. And the Disco just won't quit and breaks the hold.
That right hand between the eyes broke the hold, and he misses with the clothesline. And an elbow to the knee, but I'm in complete shock at these two. They have pushed each other to the max, and it's hard to say who's going to come out of this one on top.
Yeah, it's too close to call at the moment, but both superstars are giving it their all, and Disco goes for the cover in 1, 2, and only a 2 count. And Disco's got to be thinking, what have I got to do to put Diamond Dallas Page away here?
Well, he's going to try with his feet on the rope, and he still can't get the 3 count.
And DDP with a running shoulder block, and that's knocked the steam out the Disco Inferno.
And the champ's dragging the Disco to his feet, and this one's got to be over now.
And there it is, the Jersey Bomb, and he goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And that's a well-earned victory for the U.S. champion Diamond Dallas Page, and he had to dig deep for that win.
Yeah, Schiavone, this one was a battle here tonight.
Hold on a minute, that's Raven. What's he doing out here? And he just lays the champ out, and we had a feeling he would show up.
And Raven's got the United States Championship in his hands.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen here, Brain? And he just leathers DDP with his own championship belt.
And he just throws the championship like it was trash. But mark my words, this one's far from over.
Vicious, what you did to the American Dream last week. Woo, Daddy, you tried to take me out. Yes, that's what you did. You tried to put the dream on the shelf. And you tried to end the American Dream. And by the time I finish with you, you're going, wish it was all just a bad dream. Yes, you as Daddy. I want you to take a look at what this punk did to the American Dream last week. Ah! But the American Dream is still standing. You all saw him try and break my hand. I'm a-coming for you.
Hey, Norton, I need to have a word with you. Hey, Norton, Hollywood Hogan has got a message for you in Bagwell. You need to show him your loyalty by the end of the night. See, we making some cuts, and he doesn't want it to be you.
My loyalty is with the NWO. I'll show Hogan.
Well, I hope for your sake you do.
Can someone please explain to me what is going on here in the WCW? Now you got Hogan giving out demands, telling Norton and Bagwell they got till the end of tonight to show their loyalty to the black and white. This is getting out of hand.
Yes, Bobby Heenan, it is getting out of hand, but who's going to stop it? Well, the NWO and the Wolfpack are in action next. And can WCW get a win against the NWO with the Giant here tonight? And talking about the Wolfpack that's there, music.
And here comes the total package, Lex Luger and the Macho Man Randy Savage. And the Wolfpack are going to finally put an end to Hollywood Hogan and his NWO.
Well, I will say that they are a force to be reckoned with, and they will go toe-to-toe with Hollywood Hogan. And Vicious and Delicious want to be careful, keep poking the outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. They will get them eventually.
Just look at the shape the total package is in Schiavone. I've never seen Lex Luger looking so good.
Well, Brainy's living up to his name, and I will say the total package is in tremendous shape, but they will all have their hands full with the Giant here tonight, and he will be looking forward to getting his hands on the NWO and hopefully picking up a win for the WCW.
Just look at the size of this mammoth of a man. And yeah, the Giant will be looking for some payback after the way Hollywood Hogan kicked him out of the NWO, and he's also got a bone to pick with big sexy Kevin Nash and how they treated him during his time in the New World Order.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the likes of Sting Goldberg and the Giant, there would be no more WCW. And now with the New World Order splitting and the outsiders controlling the Wolfpack, things are hotting up here in the WCW.
God help them all, because this man, the Giant, well, he looks ready for war here.
Well, you know whose music that is? It's the New World Order's Hollywood Hogan and Big Bubba Pump Scott Steiner. And it's Scott Steiner who's in action here tonight.
Look at Hogan, he's walking out here like he's untouchable. Well, I hope he sticks his neck into the Giant's business here tonight. And the Giant then wrings that neck of his.
He's really got to, hasn't he? Well, Bobby Heenan, don't forget, he will also have to keep an eye on Randy Savage, as the Macho Man is desperate to get his hands on Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah, well, there's a long list of people just dying to get their hands on Hollywood Hogan, but nothing will happen like always. But can I just say, just look at the size of Big Papa Pump's arms. They're huge. Just look at that muscle mass Schiavone. The man's a freak of nature.
And talking of freaks, here comes one of the most unpredictable and dangerous freaks of nature here in the WCW, the Hot Rod Rowdy Piper.
Piper's not a freak of nature, but I do know what Piper is. Crazy, that's what Piper is, 100% crazy. In fact, he's 200% crazy. He is as crazy as they come Schiavone.
Well, I can tell you, Heenan, one thing that Piper is not, and that's scared of the NWO or the Wolfpack, and you will see tonight he's the dark horse in this one and could end up with a victory here tonight.
Piper's the hot-headed, and there's a lot of distractions in this one. You got Hogan on the outside, you got Savage on the outside, and you know there's no love lost at all between Piper and Savage. They hate each other.
I will agree on that one. They do hate each other. Well, Heenan, it's time to get this main event underway, and this one should be crazy. Also, just to remind everyone, this is a no disqualification fatal four-way, and there's a lot of crazy in that ring.
But Schiavone, let's not forget here, just take a look who's outside the ring. There's a lot of crazy outside that ring that can kick off at any point.
And Piper has his sleeper hold locked in on the Giant.
But the Giant escapes, and it's too early to get the Giant like that.
And Heenan, it shows how crazy Piper is. He went straight for the Giant as soon as that bell rang.
And Steiner goes for the pin. And Luger kicks out, and Steiner hit the total package with his Steiner screwdriver. And that was close.
Now the Giant goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Piper kicks out. And the Giant just hit Piper with a chokeslam, and Piper kicked out.
But look at the strength of Big Papa Pump, and he just manhandled the Giant. But you tell me, Schiavone, when was the last time you saw someone manhandle the Giant like that?
To be fair, I haven't, and Heenan, the Giant, hasn't moved, but Scott Steiner could be in trouble here as Luger has him in the torture rack. We have spoken about the strength of Scott Steiner, but look at the strength of the total package, Lex Luger.
Yeah, but Big Papa Pump is a freak, and he breaks the hold easily. And look now, a German suplex to Big Papa.
And I've got to say, Hollywood Hogan and the Macho Man, have been really quiet so far. I'm quite impressed. Or is this the calm before the storm and just a front?
There's something not right, something bad is going to happen here tonight.
And the Giants sizing up Piper on the outside, but Luger's in trouble here, and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner has the Steiner recliner locked in.
Yeah, it's got to be over for the total package now. The pain he must be in. Just do yourself a favor, Luger, just tap. Come on, just tap and save yourself.
He's released the Steiner recliner, and I'm scratching my head at this one, Heenan.
Schiavone, you can scratch your head all you want. Did you see that Frankensteiner? That's why he broke the hold. And a 1, 2, 3, there you have it. Scott Steiner has just eliminated the total package Lex Luger.
Yeah, he's gone straight to the outside where the Giant and Piper are going at it with a ladder set up on the ring apron and the guardrail, and Piper clashes both their heads together. And Piper with a running bulldog to the Giant.
And there it is. Piper's gone crazy, has lost it. And he's got that sleeper locked in good. And Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner is fading, and is fading fast.
He's not looking to good brain, and Piper not letting go. And Piper finally lets go, and Scott Steiner is out. He's out cold here.
And the Giant's got to be thinking he's got this one in the bag. Big Papa Pump is out cold, and he's about to finish off Piper. Did you see that, Schiavone? That's Piper finished. Ref, you can count to 10. He ain't getting up.
Yeah, and the Giant has just eliminated Piper, and Scott Steiner still hasn't moved.
And the Giant looking to put some more hurt on Big Papa Pump. I don't know why he's out of it. Ref, I'll say it again, count to 10 because he ain't kicking out.
And what a win for the Giant, and what a win for WCW. And as you can see in the replay, Piper double team Steiner and the Giant.
Yeah, then Piper goes crazy and hits the Giant with a running bulldog.
And Big Papa Pump was still feeling Piper sleeper, and the Giant benefits from this and picks up the 3 count, and a very good win for the WCW's The Giant.
And look at Hollywood Hogan. He can't believe that Big Papa Pump came up short. In fact, I can't believe it myself. That Big Papa Pump did not get the victory.
Well, Heenan, one man did win, and that man is the Giant. What a victory for the WCW and the Giant. Getting a victory over both NWO and Wolfpack here tonight. I'm just getting some news from backstage, and it involves Conan. Roll the footage.
Is that loyal enough, Hogan?
Well, the NWO strikes again, and the Wolfpack are going to want revenge for this, but that's all we got time for this week. See you on Thunder. Night all.